Right, so this is Zombicide. Before we talked about how to play it, and now I'm going to be weighing it. So this is a huge box, and I expect it to be quite significant. So Zombicide, yeah, 2.7 kilos to lug that around. It obviously is hefty. At the same time, it's you get a lot obviously for what's in there. I'll just quickly show you as well, having played now all the quests, kind of what I think of them. If you've played the original Zombicide, I've definitely seen some similarity with what's in there. So here's the box. I think you've seen how all the things, all the miniatures go in here. One thing I'll quickly point out actually is when you lift this out, it shows you how they go in the box. So if I lift the lid, along the side, it's partially covered. But if you can just see down here, you can kind of see some symbols and images. It shows you how they go in the boxes, which is a great idea. It's very handy. If you can see, there's a corner down there. You can basically see the images and figurines and how they go together. So let me just chuck this away again. You can also see I've got a nice little insert tray. That's all it is, to place your extra bits in. There's a lot of stuff to chuck in here. But for the actual rule book, let me just move this aside a second, and I'll show you what you do. So there are quests. So there's the intro quest as well. Tells you all about how to do stuff. Talks to you about the back page as well. And we'll just quickly go through the quests. So the tutorial one is for 4 players at least. And what it's getting used to is using these vaults. So you can spend an action to break open a door, spend an action to drop down, and spend an action to pick something up out of there. And there's an exit as well. All right, remember this one. This is big game hunting. Obviously, it tells you exactly how to set them up, as I think I alluded to before. You've got to find the blue objective. And in this instance, yep, you've got to kill an abomination and take all the objectives. So they're getting you used to trying to do stuff in the game. Mission 2, again, uses only 4 tiles, and in this instance what you're looking to do is find the black book, and you need to be taking it in the central building. So to do that, you've got to break open certain doors to get through to find the blue one, to get in and get over to here. I thought I'd not give you sort of my strategic tips, because I thought that's something it's nice to figure out for yourself. In this instance, it's around, the sort of storyline here now is around shepherds. So sort of speaking to people as you're moving into sort of the capital, and the blue and green objectives are hidden around, and you're meant to be trying to find those things, and yeah, specifically actually just collect all the objectives as well. But in this instance, when you can get certain colour ones, you can then get other things as well, because the blue and green represents the sort of infected townsfolk. So when we look at the famine, this is now, like Shepherds, looking at a larger map. Now what I tend to do is play it like this for all the games, so the space is for the oblong table. And again, I mainly played these games solo just to try them out, as I have some spare time to do that. You've got to find food, so this is definitely similar to in the other Zombicide game. That game, it listed it as, well, 3 hours. We did it last one in 20 minutes. Most of these games all took me about an hour and a half, something like that. And that included setup, and I would say packed down to the degree where I was having to reset everything, including having to take all the tiles off because you have to keep changing them. You also need to get into the vault. So yeah, to do that, yeah, that's basically your objective, just to kind of emphasize the point about vaults. And then over here, again, we're moving on to, again, these kind of larger maps, which again I was turning around. Lovely kind of layout and showing you what you can be doing here. As you spawn stuff, obviously you're spawning a huge amount as well. And the key objective around this one is to try and escape, obviously. So you need to find a way in, and then tunnel your way all the way to the escape room. So there'll be a hidden blue objective, hidden green objective, find the green one, so let you get into this one. And then obviously you'll hopefully maybe found the blue one to get all the way through and then out. In this one, this is basically written in Latin. There's some jokes around what's going on here. So this one was around the commandery, which I guess is around barracks to a degree. This one is around trying to get, you can obviously get objective tokens You can get stuff from the yellow vaults, but there's an exit zone, and the idea is basically to reach that. Everybody has to be surviving at this point. So the first one or so, it's just not necessary, but yes, everybody should be surviving to win the game. Blue and green, again, hidden amongst them, and you can obviously get something in the artifact in the vault. And what you're looking to do is, apart from maybe getting objective tokens, which, unless it is part of the objective, aren't necessary, you have to reach the exit zone. And to do that, you have to be destroying all of these objectives in this instance, because there's Latin scrolls written in them. So, Evil Temple, this is around having an abomination in the vault. So you've got to somehow find and open up the vault. You might then pop out, but then you need to then kill him off. So, yep, you need to be doing something there which works, which includes killing the abomination and taking both vault weapons. So you need to be sort of building up and hopefully using the weapons that you can get to do something. This is really cool. This is a spawning thing where they just keep flying out. But as you destroy necromancers, you can destroy a spawn zone, and the plan is there to basically have necromancer appearing here. So all 4 of these spawn zones appear here or more, and then you're slowly working your way in to then drop in some dragon bile. Having said that, if I can recollect correctly, there's no, there isn't any necessary dragon bile. Then you can always grab an objective token and search the discard pile to use one. And finally, the beast. This uses all 9 tiles, and what you're doing here is, with an abomination here, you simply have to slay him. And to do that, obviously, things start accruing. I happen to hit the amber zone more frequently in this one than the others, with more characters as well. And as you can see, there's some ginormous zones which are spawning stuff. And at the same time, I had a necromancer racing up this way. So, yeah, some unclarity on the rules around necromancer's win when there are 6 spawn zones, and is it simply a spawn zone each time a card comes out? Because if that's the case, then I drew, I think, 2 to 3 necromancers, so we went da-da-da, where I've created a spawn zone for each one. Or does it move if it's already out? So that was Zombicide, Black Plague, and I think it's probably my favourite. I probably, to be honest, might even play any others. It really did sort of scratch that itch, and thoroughly enjoyed it. So if you like a game which is a bit puzzly, I found it quite puzzly in a good way, then you'll enjoy it too. It's quite humorous as well, some of the quotes on it too. And this is definitely a big box. So enjoy. Thank you very much. This was Zombicide.